You may start anytime.
Hi, I'm Ella.
I'm Sam. I'm Tyler. I'm Kushla. I'm John.
And we're going to be going over how blockchain can disrupt the intellectual property space with our platform, AuthentiChain. So the current problem is that protecting intellectual property is not accessible for small creators, and it often doesn't make sense for artists or small creators to go directly to like the US patent department or copyright their work, since it is quite time consuming and expensive. And often they rely on agents and they take a huge chunk of their money. There's no tamper-proof ownership record. It's more he said, she said, and it can easily be manipulated timestamps like currently. And there's also no direct marketplace that provides ownership proof. There is some, but that is just more where buyers and sellers can communicate. And brands are often looking for new ideas and they often steal small artists' work. And so why is this relevant? More and more people are creating their own work. And also they rely on uploading their work online to attract business, even though they don't actually have any reliable proof of ownership yet established. And also AI is trained on huge data sets and will corroborate this work and be using artists' work as their outputs, and they don't really know and they're not getting compensated. And there's also no simple system to connect big businesses and artists. And so then we can use blockchain. We would use AuthentiChain, which is our platform. It would be an infrastructure provider of ownership and a record. So it would provide tamper-proof records and a trail of ownership. And then also it will allow for 24/7 selling and automated payments through smart contracts. And tokenization will allow for full sales and partial sales and for artists to be compensated.
So here's our key steps for our business idea. So first of all, whenever artists uploads their artwork in our system, we use blockchain technology to record it. So it will automatically make unique hash for its artwork, and it will also record who uploaded it and when did it upload it. And then it will remain on our systems so that other people can view or buy it. So whenever some other individual or business tries to buy it, they go through the smart contract to buy the smart license of the artist's artwork. So whenever they buy it, it also leaves a transaction. How much dollar did they spend to buy it? When did they buy it? And who the ownership transferred to. So whenever we check all the transactions, we'll know when was the artwork uploaded, when did it transfer to new owner, and all of that. And third step is to partner with Web3 friendly law firms. So since we are working as patent office, we will need to go through the legal stuffs too. So although we got all the information, who's the owner of the artwork, when did it change, but we'll also need to go through some of the legal words. So we were trying to partner with the legal companies to go through the job. And four and five is one of the futuristic steps. Number 4 is we'll connect with AI to search up the internet, look up Amazon, Chain, all the websites, and try to see if anyone has tried to thieve the artwork. So AI will determine, oh, this looks similar. It will automatically determine and see the when it's published. And if it's published later on than our system, then it will detect as the dip. And lastly, number five, it's also futuristic steps. We'll expand on to the other things, such as business idea, music, all of it, other than just the artwork. So that we'll be working as like global online patent office that needs less money, less time consuming than original patent office. Right. So here's how users contract, users interact. So creator owns their own work, and all views are traced and logged. And whenever they upload the artwork, it will only show partial of their work. Like check study, the screenshot, the middle. So whenever client, buyer are interested in it, they're likely to pay fee for looking the full version of it. And also they can reduce the fee with subscribing to our system.
So how will we make our money? So our revenue model is designed to align directly with the creator ecosystem. So we're providing like real value from the platform. So first, we're gonna charge a small storage fee for hosting designs on the blockchain. And so this means like the cost of maintaining like secure like proof of ownership. And then we're gonna take a percentage of each sale. So whenever a creator sells like a design or licenses their work on through our platform, gain commission similar to like Fiverr. And then we also include transaction fees for transfer. So anytime transfer of ownership or licensing rights are transferred through smart contracts, there's a small fee tied to that. And then we also have our subscription tiers. And these are like especially important for like our more like serious creators, access to like more premium features, you could say. And then finally, one of our biggest differentiators is our protection of legal service fees. And so since we partner with Web3 friendly law firms and also offer things like litigation support, users can pay for that added protection if if their work is infringed.
And then to actually go over, the subscription aspect, what we're going to do is we're going to have a base subscription, then we'll have a premium subscription. So we're really focused on the security, usability, and then actual accessibility aspect for more advanced users and people who want to dive into the actual subscription base. So essentially going to have as the base features a claim fee, which is a percentage of the value that we're going to have for the actual product and usability and transactional on the actual platform. And we'll have a protection fee. That protection fee is when we're able to, again, dive into that security aspect, and then we're going to have the walkthrough percentages, and then we'll have a tamper-proof and so percentage aspect where we're constantly going to be covered and it's going to be rest assured a good and stable lockdown aspect to the actual platform. And then the premium subscription is going to have a floor commission fee. So when the actual commission comes in and if you use a platform to sell to, protect your assets, you're going to be able to use a little efficiently.
It's already open, so you could directly open up the browser tab.
And so this is just a little bit of what the website will look like. We'll have the solutions, features, and the actual pricing model of what we're going to do with actual creators, whether it's small or large creators. It's very usable for smaller businesses, larger businesses, or just individuals who are looking to actually use what platform. We're covering over monetization aspect of protection of their assets, whether it be small or large. Now, so we have the free tier, which is going to be $0 a month. And you're really going to focus on the, again, friendly usability aspects. So that way, you know what you're doing. You don't have to have a lot of time or effort put into it.
So let's quickly wrap up. Conclude this slide.
Okay, so we look at our sort of competitors from existing platforms such as Fiverr and Upwork, where they connect the creators and the clients together, but they do not provide protection for intellectual property. And for US Patent and Trademark Office, where they provide official production, but they are usually have a slower processing speed and it's expensive. And last thing for Adobe, like Adobe Photoshop. So it provides tools for us to create design, but it does not track ownership. So our advantage is that we combine production, monetization, and direct access to clients in one platform, which current other platforms do not provide.
So some challenges that we have is your user adoption and trust in blockchain, verifying true ownership at upload, legal enforcement, high competition, and educating users on blockchain. We plan to mitigate the first problem of like user adoption and trust in blockchain with just how easy and simple our website is and easily accessible it is to learn how exactly everything works and stuff like that. Verifying true our ownership at upload, we plan to have some type of like screening process where when you upload something like Google Images looks at it or things like that, or some sort of AI where it can see if it's already somewhere else. Legal enforcement, we talked about it with the Web3 legal production and costly. I mean, as the platform grows, costs will go down.